So, the plot thickens in the world of entertainment and sports as it looks like Warner Brothers Discovery is in talks to merge with Paramount Global. This is from Axios, AXIOS. Um, Sarah Fisher is reporting this. Um, I first heard about this on PW Insider. Mike Johnson reporting this afternoon. Um, Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav met with Paramount Global CEO Bob Bakish on Tuesday in New York City to discuss a possible merger. Um, this article goes on to ask why it matters. The combination would create a news and entertainment behemoth that would likely trigger further industry consolidation. Let's not forget these. You got Disney buying out the rest of Hulu. You got them merging with Fox a few years back, or quite a few years back now, about 4 or 5 years back now. And now you got Warner Brothers and Discovery merging together. That's why Zaslav is in the position that he's in. WDB's market value was around 29 billion as of Wednesday. Now let's not forget when Zaslav took over. Warner Brothers and Discovery merged together. They were looking to cut costs any way they can. Any original programming was gone. TNT saw the loss of all its original programming. Um, there was a lot of consolidation there. They merged everything into one app now, which is called Max. Paramount Plus also has its own app. Could we see the entire Paramount Plus, which includes, Paramount is it's basically CBS, Viacom, everything rolled into one. CBS, Showtime. Showtime Boxing just aired their last boxing event. Boxing going over to Amazon. So, who knows? We may be seeing something big here, folks. The meeting between Zaslav and Bakish, which sources say lasted several hours, took place at Paramount's headquarters in Times Square. The duo discussed ways their companies could complement one another. For example, each company's main streaming services, Paramount Plus and Max, could merge to better rival Netflix and Disney Plus. It's unclear whether WDB would buy Paramount Global or its Paramount company, National Amusements Inc. But a source familiar with the situation says both options are on the table. And Warner Brothers Discovery is said to have hired bankers to explore the deal. This deal could drive substantial synergies. WDB could use its international distribution footprint to boost Paramount's franchises, where Paramount's children's programming assets could be essential to WDB's, or WBD, I should say. God, I'm messing this up today. I'm sorry, folks. It's late when I'm recording this. Um, Paramount's children's programming assets could be essential to WBD's long-term streaming ambitions. CBS News could be combined with CNN to create a global news powerhouse. CBS's crime dramas such as NCIS and Criminal Minds could be combined with Investigation Discovery and True TV. CBS Sports' footprint could be combined with WBD's. For example, CBS and WBD's Turner Sports currently share the TV rights for March Madness. So you could have the entire NCAA tournament for basketball under one corporate roof, so to speak. Paramount is under enormous pressure to find a strategic partner or buyer as it is staring down a mountain of debt. Yes, that's another thing. Their film division is tanking, man. Big time. Top Gun Maverick did huge numbers for them this past year, but it's not enough. It is not enough. A lot of people wondering what this could mean for Star Trek. what it could mean for, other franchises under the Paramount banner. Um, it says one source familiar with the discussions says that the strategy being considered mirrors Zaslav's blueprint for prior mergers. When merging with Scripps in 2018 and then Warner Media in 2022, Zaslav kept his core strategic team in place while retaining new creative talent leaders from the companies he acquired. Um, talks are still early and may not ultimately result in a deal, but given the acceleration of cord cutting and the growing encroachment of big tech on media, neither company can remain on the sidelines. So, um, one has to wonder, Aquaman is hitting theaters over the holiday season. Andre over at Midnight's Edge just saw the movie. I encourage everybody to go check out his review. He gave it an okay review, actually. Um, Spoiler alert: the entire plot of the movie, the big bad of the movie, is global warming. Ugh. Anyway, Warner Brothers Discovery also owns TBS and TNT, the networks that Turner founded, and those are also the networks that currently house AEW, All Elite Wrestling Program. So WBD, um, there are also rumors going around right now that they're in negotiations with WWE. One would have to think that this would further those discussions. WWE may want to get on the horn with WBD and say, hey, let's make this merger happen. Because if this merger happens, maybe we could get Raw on CBS in the near future. Now, CBS is considered an old people's platform. A lot of older crowd watch it. But then again, up to the last year or so, WWE's main audience was over 50 anyways. So maybe it's having a benefit. Also, they own Max. There's a lot of children's programming there. WWE's target audiences 18 to 34, but they also like that young crowd too. They put smiles on people's faces. I mean, John Cena could be all over the platform as well. I mean, the Kids' Choice Awards, Nickelodeon is owned by Paramount. One would have to speculate that this right here, news of this potential merger, is catching the eye of Ari Emanuel, catching the eye of Nick Khan, catching the eye of Triple H. And yes, dare say even catching the eye of Vince McMahon. Let's not forget, Vince McMahon negotiated the Saudi deal for the UFC that has just been signed. So I don't know. I mean, golly, can you imagine the WWE network on Max? Maybe I'm so wrong about this. Maybe this only strengthens AEW. AEW, who already has a pipeline to Warner Brothers Discovery, could be going, hey, let's make a new deal since you got this streaming service, set up. Why AEW has not had their content, except for Roads to the Top, on Max before now befuddles me. Absolutely stupefies me. They're sitting on a 4-year library right now. Or about 4 years worth of Dynamite. 3 years at least. Worth of Dynamite pay-per-views. That, let's face it, the longer it sits unhoused anywhere, the less valuable it becomes. That whole entire Ring of Honor tape library. Yes, you could go to Honor Club and watch some of it, but that should be on HBO Max right now, or Max as it's called. I'm sorry, old habits die hard. So they have this relationship already with Warner Brothers Discovery, and they've really done nothing with it. Warner Brothers Discovery has given them more time on networks that really doesn't matter anyway. All TNT and TBS do now. There's really nothing original on them. You got Wipeout on TBS, and other than that, it's AEW. So who knows what this will bring? This is very early stages, but we have to keep our eye on this. One for and also from the movie world, from the professional wrestling world, from the sports world, we will be keeping an eye on this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Could this merger happen? Should this merger happen? Would this be considered a monopoly? Could Disney and everybody else look at the Federal Trade Commission and go, "Hey, it's Warner Brothers, Discovery, and now Paramount, Nickelodeon, all this? That's a monopoly." Would they have to sell off certain parts to keep this merger going? Would they have to sell off the discovery aspect of it? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and we'll see you down the road.